So we have guests coming. Yay! In like 2 hours and 13 minutes. Oh boy. So all I want to do is just bake a bunch of stuff. Some of it needs proofing. So yeah, let's do this. I can't even talk for long. I have no time. Let's cook. Let's cook. I'm glad you're here. I love you. You're the best. Now let's cook. The first thing I want to make is milk bread. I don't know which other word to call it. We used to call them the goji back when, but now they're called milk bread by the gisty people. And these ones use yeast, so they need to be proofed for like an hour, and then and then another half an hour. So I want to start with those ones, leave them proofing, and then we go on with the cake, and the mandazi, and the scones. I'm excited, but I'm also late. What else is new? Let's do this, guys. For the milk bread, you are going to need some warm water, 120 ml, 1 teaspoon of yeast, instant or active dry yeast is fine, whichever. Then 3 tablespoons of sugar, but I put 4 because, you know, more is more. And then 2 cups of bread flour. I use normal flour because I don't know what bread flour is. And then 4 tablespoons of milk powder, 1 large egg, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and 3 tablespoons of butter. Okay, I doubled my recipe, but this what I'm giving you now are the measurements for the single one. Okay, then you'll put your warm water in a bowl, and then you will add your yeast and your sugar and mix well. If you're using active dry yeast, you need to let it sit for like 10 minutes so it can get frothy and your yeast can come alive. Okay, apparently it's a living organism. If you're using instant yeast, then you don't need to let it stand for 10 minutes. Are we together so far? I hope so. So once your yeast has come alive and is breathing, then you will add salt and milk powder and you mix well. Add your egg and mix. Add your flour and mix with a spatula until it is well incorporated. This dough will be very sticky, and boy was mine sticky and soft. Then you pour it on a lightly floured surface and add your butter then. Okay, you will add your butter once you've already removed your dough from the bowl. You will knead well for like 20 minutes. Just make sure you scrape the surface. If you have a bread scraper, all more power to you. Me, I had a knife and it scraped. As long as it's scraped, it is fine. Okay, then they say you avoid too much dusting of the surface so that your dough doesn't get so hard. Then you can also put some oil on it to avoid it being so sticky. And then the more you knead, the less sticky it will become. I thought it would never stop being sticky, but I kept kneading and kneading, getting my arm workout of the day, and lo and behold, it was very sticky and very stretchy. Then you'll put it in a greased bowl and cover with cling film and let it proof for like an hour, or cover with a cloth. It's fine. You should put it in your oven with the light on, just with the light on, so it can get warm. All right. Yes. So that's what I did. I did all these step, put it in my bowl, then put the light on in my oven, and then I put it in. And then I remembered I need to use the same oven to bake the rest of the stuff that I am making for my people. So I removed it. And that is where the wheels came off the wagon, as you will see shortly. So anywho, I haven't told you who we are hosting. We are hosting our Bible study group at our place. Yes. So since we moved to this place, we've joined a new Bible study. Okay, in our church, we call them cells. And it is our turn to host. So we go to different homes, sort of like round about. I don't know how to call it, merry-go-round thing. So it's our turn, and we are so excited because it's our first time to host. And yeah, I mean, I could buy snacks for our guests, But you all know me. I'm not gonna buy nothing that I can make. I mean, hello. Plus, I really like practicing my baking and my cooking skills, especially when I have guests. Sometimes it works, sometimes it fails. But anyway, those are the guys we are hosting, and I am very, very, very excited about it. So now my bright self has remembered that I need to also use the same oven for scones. All right. So the scone recipe, by the way, I've done it in so many videos, which I'm going to link right here. And you can get it there. But anyway, let me see if I can remember it offhand, because I don't have it written down somewhere. You take 2 cups of self-raising flour. If you don't have self-raising flour, you will take normal flour, 2 cups, and put 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then you're going to put your margarine, 110 grams. And then you're going to use your cramming method. Just cram. Oh, and put your sugar as well. So we are making crumbs. Once you've rubbed everything in and it is well crammed, the sugar is a cup of sugar. Then you'll make a well in the middle, and then you put your milk cold straight from the fridge. It works better that way, trust me. Then you will make another sticky dough, and you will put in whatever else you want to put, whether you're putting chocolate tips or raisins or what. Mix them nicely and then pour it out onto a dusted surface. Roll it out. I rolled mine too thin, my gosh. And then cut into the desired pieces. So once I realized I was making biscuits and not scones, I decided to stack 2 on top of each other. Actually turned out very well. Yeah, and then you are going to make an egg wash, which is where you beat 1 egg and a little bit of milk, and then you use that to brush the top of your scones so that they can be nice and shiny. Meanwhile, you are preheating your oven at 180 degrees centigrade, and then you put your scones right in there, and in about 17 to 20 minutes, they should be ready. And please, let me just tell you, I have told you this recipe from my head. I am very proud of myself that I can remember all those details. I mean, hello. I was running up and down this kitchen like a crazy woman. I mean, I know I'm a crazy woman, but still, you know. So as the scones are baking, it's time to make my 10 ingredient chocolate cake, which never, ever, ever, ever fails. Again, I'm going to link that recipe here. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you make nothing else from this video, okay, I don't know whether you should make this or the milk. It was everybody's favorite, let me just say that. So the recipe for this chocolate cake is, you only need 10 ingredients and you can never go wrong. I'm telling you, even if you've never made cake one day in your life, please try this chocolate cake. I'll link the video here. It is so delicious. Gosh! May we all just take a moment and behold the beauty that is this scones. I mean, with a cup of tea. Oh my gosh, it is heaven. Oh, look at them, look at them. Hey, then this girl has decided it's a good idea to make mandazi. Let me tell you, do you know that one thing that you have tried making and you always seem to be just, hitting a rock? This is me and mandazi. So I forgot the mistake that I made the last time I tried to make mandazi. So guess what? I repeated the same mistake. So just ignore this part, okay? Just assume that I don't know what I am making here, and yeah, it is well. It is well. I will keep practicing until I get it. Please do not give up on whatever it is that you're trying to learn and you're not knitting. If you're like anti-knitter like me, just know that one day the stars will align and you will get it. Yes, because even me, I believe one day I will learn how to make mandazis. These were embarrassing, I won't even lie. I decided that after making all those pastries and sugary snacks, it would be nice to give people a healthy option. Hence, this fruit salad that I am making. And it was, okay, it delivered. This fruit salad, it had understood the assignment and it delivered. am really loving this serving dish that we bought from Kamukunji for the fruits. It is so good. I'm still trying to increase my collection of serving dishes. So if you know a place where I can get nice serving dishes, not shower ones, just nice ones, nice and unique, please plug a sister. My cake is ready. Oh my gosh, this chocolate cake. Now, of course, you know, my what do you call it? My record of disasters keeps growing. Because now I wanted to put whipped cream on my chocolate cake because I think it looks pretty, and I put it. The problem is you cannot put whipped cream on a warm cake. But now I thought, rules don't apply to me. I mean, hello, have you met me? Like, that only applies to other people. So I did put nice whipped cream. That cake looks very nice. And then with some chocolate chips. Oh my gosh, I'm like so extra. Only for the whipped cream to melt in like 2 minutes. At least it looked good for the photo. Oh, after all that running around a whole afternoon in the kitchen, our guests came and everything was ready. The table is looking gorgeous. And let me tell you, everybody just stood around the table eating. We even forgot to come and sit down. They were like, this food is so good. We are not leaving this place. Oh, bless their hearts. Guys, the struggle is real. Let's not even talk about how red my eyes are. I don't know what's up. I've been up since 4 a.m. It is now 10 p.m. So anyway, the guests came and we ate. But my milk bread backfired. It didn't really backfire. It took forever, ever to rise. So I gave up on it because it's supposed to double in size. So now we're just here relaxing with our guests, and I decided, let me check on this dough. Now it's proven. Now it sounds like proven. Now it has risen. Yeah? Let me show you guys. Oh my gosh. In the middle of the guests eating. Now, you're rising for who now at that point? Who's going to cook you? Me, I'm busy with my guests. So anyway, I asked one of our guests, who's a legit baker, not like me, what do I do? She told me to put some wet cloths make them wet, and then put them in the freezer and cover them to stop further rising. It worked. But now, see, now I have to cook it. I'm so sleepy. I was hoping to be in bed by now, but oh my gosh. But I'm not going to waste it. This is effort and time. So, and I've been checking on Google what to do if your dough has overrisen. Oh, some people are like, oh, it would taste nice. Others are like, oh, no, it will taste just the same. I don't know, man. Let's just try. Since we are here, then I can sleep. I need to sleep. Let's do this. Gosh. Oh my gosh, the frustration of this dough is... I was really looking forward to serving the guests this milk bread, but oh well, we might as well have it for ourselves. I was sharing all this frustration on Instagram on that day, and one sweet follower said, do you know what you should do for your dough to rise? Because Nairobi is very, very cold. Once you have made it, just put it in your oven and put the light on, and it's going to be okay. And I was like, oh, bless your heart, you're so sweet. I tried to do that. Well, of course I didn't tell her that. Oh, she was so sweet. If only she knew that this woman was making a million things and she actually knew what she should do, but she didn't do it. But you guys are so sweet. Oh my gosh. And I love talking with you guys so much on Instagram. If you don't follow me, please, let's see you over there. So anywho, back to the milk bread. Once it has pushed for an hour or 10 hours if you're me, just make sure it's doubled in size, and then roll it out onto the surface and cut it into 9 even sized pieces. As I said, mine is double, so don't tell me these are not 9. Yes. And then roll each piece out and then roll it back onto itself. Make sure you tuck in the edges so that it gets nice and sealed, and put it in a greased and lined baking tray and cover with a cloth or cling film and proof for a further 30 minutes until it has doubled in size. Yes. Oh my gosh. See, I waited for this one to double. See, I waited. I was like, dough, you will rise. You will rise like Lazarus rose from the dead. You must rise. I will not do this all this work for nothing. So I waited. Mine did not rise in 30 minutes. It took an hour, but it gave me time to go and shower and get ready for bed because boy, hey, exhaustion is real. Once it's proofed a second time, brush with an egg wash and then bake for 15 to 20 minutes at 175 degrees centigrade. And then you can turn your tray halfway in the oven so that it's colored evenly. Once it comes out of the oven, oh my gosh, look at this. Make sure you brush it with melted butter so that the crust can be soft. Now my butter got finished as you saw, so I just brushed with some sunflower oil. Hey! Let us all take a moment of silence and thank the Lord for bread. I mean, I made this. I should make a reel. You know that reel that says, I have nothing to say apart from that I made this? Well, I made this. Oh my gosh. This is arguably the best thing I have ever baked. Hands down. Love it. Love it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I was so proud of myself. Thank you guys for hanging out. Watch another video on this channel. I really appreciate you hanging out with me, and I will see you over there. Bye.